Good evening, viewers. Welcome to yet another exciting edition of Fearless Beauty on the Beat. I'm your host, Thelma Moyo, and with me today is the beautiful Tafazo Christine, who is a film student at the University of Zimbabwe. She's also a girl child activist and a model. Welcome, Christine.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Looking beautiful today.
Thank you so much.
So can you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Okay. Christine Tafazo Nashe Machikavira is a 21-year-old girl who stays here in Kwekwe in Bizo. I'm a student. I'm in my first year at the University of Zimbabwe doing film, radio and television production.
Okay, nice. So you mentioned that you are a student at the University of Zimbabwe. Can you please brief us on some of the challenges that are affecting the girl child education nowadays?
In universities especially, I think the major thing that's affecting like the girl child education is mostly abuse. Yeah, abuse from like the guys, on campuses, like everywhere. On campuses, especially in the evening when maybe we're coming from discussions, lectures. We've had a lot of cases of girls being raped on campus. So I think mainly like violence and like harassment of like the girl child is the main factor that's affecting girl child education at university.
Okay. So like overall, what do you think are some, like whether in primary or in secondary school, why do you think like is the main cause of girls dropping out of school, early child marriages, teenage pregnancies, things like that? What do you think what's the pressure? Like why are people jumping into these marriages or things like that?
I think mostly it has to do with funding and costs. When we talk of funding, parents especially, they put forward a boy's like education in front more than the girl's education in front. So when there is no money at home, the first thing that they consider is like the guy. Cause vachati mwana ndiye ane dzinza rikuenda mberi. Iwo musikana chakangonakira ukarorwa zvatoita. And futi nekuda kwekuda mari futi vabereki mwana ari ku drop out of school vakunomurodza because they need money. They need like to sustain zvinhu zvemumhuri. I think funding and like the costs is like the major thing.
Okay, saka nyaya iripo ndeyekuti like lack of ignorance here kana kuti lack of exposure vasi kuziva here kuti there is more to the girl child than kuti kurorwa kwangu. Like there is more to me than marriage, there's more to you than getting married. Because ndikarorwa mawana mari hamuna here mamwe mameans, like my parents haana mamwe mameans here. Chii chikukonzeresa kuti vatirodze? Kushaya mameans, kushaya mabasa kana kuti ignorance chaiyo kana kuti machechi drive chaiyo kunyatsoita kuti varodze vana ava chii?
Yes, there is ignorance, right? And then we as like maybe Africans or maybe Zimbabweans, we have like traditional gender norms. Ma traditions idaiwako kare yaya. Aiti munhukadzi chako iwewe, you are just a baby making machine. There's more, there's nothing else. Chiripo chinoita kuti munhukadzi aonekere in the society. As long as you bear like children, 12 chichichi vachienda vana, as long as you're hardworking, uchiuya kumba uchibika uchifugamira murume uchita sei, people havasati, I don't think that people have eradicated that mentality yekuti there's more to a woman than kungozvara nekurorwa.
Yeah, because I think ndiyo imwe nyaya iri kuita kuti kwane ma-suicide cases akawanda, because these girls, they really feel like we are the lesser gender or we are the weaker gender, of which I have seen a lot of women who are so powerful vekuti ndiwo atori pamusoro kutokunda some of the men in this industry. because I believe kuti munhukadzi ane kamoyo kake keumhai kekuzvara kane kamwe kasoft, you know, kakuti haasi munhu anofanira kungombunikidza kana kuabuse someone else, because ane kamwe kamotherly, you know, kekuti anotofila kuti this is wrong compared to men, because tine kamwe kapain katinogoa through that men they might never go through exactly. So I really feel kuti I think if parents had to be educated kuti, you know, mwana mukomana akakosha nemwana musikana akakosha zvingori equal. Haisi nyaya yekuti hanzvonizvo inini ndikarodzwa ndaenda mari iyo you just gonna spend it there. Ineni zvandichaenjoya ndaikokoko, because most of these children they're getting married to older men, one, and these older men vanhu vahombe physically, ndisingarevi havo zvimwe mentally, and you know, physically these men are huge, and unongochiona tika 14-year-old ka 12-year-old, the body is not able to withstand marriage as a whole. Kuti uchifanira kumuka makuseni, you're supposed to do this to your husband, you're supposed to do this to your home, things like that. You are not mentally capable at that age. I think that those are some of the factors zvinozoita kuti these children they end up vakuzviuraya, vamwe vakutiza, vakuita ma-street kids, you know, vakuzama other ways such as prostitution, chichi, because they feel like it's better out there than kumba. You know, okay. Saka panyaya ye lack of funding, yamambotaura yai. Like, what do you think should be done? Nesu as a community, cannot need government. What should be done to secure education ye mwana musikana?
Okay, for like the girl child, this is me, Anka. The same way we have like maybe the schools or the government actually invest more into like, we have my sports schools, they invest more my kids and into the traveling, into the expenses. The same way you are investing. Yeah, they should be out there. Yes, they're important. Boys are important. But the same way you invest, the same way you should invest in a girl.
That's true.
Yeah. For us, kutitisas fall into like their early pregnancies and like appealing. Firstly, we have to be catered for.
That's true.
Cater for us. But the little things, the sanitary wear. Sanitary wear inoita kuti mwana musikana chaiye agopinda achimbotsvaga $1, just a mere $1 remapads. But if you do like invest in it, I don't think buying them is that like expensive to buda out of the budget. I don't think it's expensive.
That's very true, because unoona kuti I was reading some article yekuti they were actually considering kuisa ma condoms in ma toilets at my universities and stuff. Like, why ngatinitangene mapads acho tisati tasvika ikoko, because zvimwe zvino hazvina kukosha at this point, because pane vamwe vana vakutotadza kuenda kuchikoro because they don't have pads. Some children are using rags, they're using socks, and I heard kuti in the rural areas they're also using cow dung is, you know, sanitary way, and it's that deep, of which isusu $1 kwatiri unongoshingoona $1 rina basa, of which to someone that $1 counts, you know, the little counts. Kuti if the government could have some of these zvakaita semapads for free kuchikoro kuko, because someone can miss school because of that. Wesine peer pressure beko mazuva ano kuti ona ningi wesiri kadona mclass mwana achatowigorerese, you know. So nyaya yema sanitary pads yawabata, it's a very serious matter that the government and even us as a community should take into consideration. Okay, you mentioned something about bullying, right? Kuchikoro kuko chekunyanyonetsa chii iappearance iri kubhulisa vanhu, ipeer pressure yekungoti you should be seen as the goat of the school, kana kuti chii chiri kunyanyonetsa?
Thing is, maybe like Karanka, we didn't have, for like the older generation, they didn't have social media, like platforms. They didn't have the people of I look up to, except maybe for their parents. So I think yeah, vanhu kuchioneka kuti vanhu vakaona munhu one vakati munhu ndiye akapenga uyu they chichachapenge, so they try to go after like zviri kutrenda izvo zvaari kutevera. So for vaya vanobva kusina chinhu iwavo kumba kwenyu wakatodzwa kuti tiwane mari yefizi iyi, pamwe haitosiri fizi yava kubhadharwa nebim or it's a sponsorship, wakufocusa paizvozvo. You don't care about kuti uniform yangu yazita chigamba kana chichi, but there are those kids, privileged kids, and like most of them, sorry to say this, but vakawanda vavo, like the mentality iri like down to earth, iri chichi, some of them havana. They don't have. So ingori yekuti isus a rich kid gang, the mentality yekuti pane vamwe vanhu, they don't have that. So the moment yavari kusangana neuyo asina chainacho, ane uniform nechigamba, ane uniform yakaboka nebhutsu yakaita sei chichi, to them they find it funny. I don't know why. They find it kuti this one has to be our target. We have to make him suffer. We have to make him kuti experience yake iwe pachikoro even that bad.
But it's your parents' money, not your money.
Yeah, but they don't get that at all. They don't get that.
Okay. Saka avari kupisa vari kurira vacho ana mapisa rema vari kutaura ava. In most of these kids, I've noticed it's not even their parents' money. Some imarema blessa, some vano koi maria ikapera, do they join the poverty gang kana kuti vanojegana se rich kid gang? Chichinomboyatsoitika.
The jegging thing with the people we have now, ukatongodona watosiiwa sha takutotevera umwe ari kupisa iwo kana wadona takutokusiya. And for the ones, because this whole thing like fame or cloud, it's addictive. So the moment you are unoenda kupera, you're going to like venture into zvimwe really drastic and really bad for you. Nesamchizoona vamwe vanhu, this guy kachakadza naye was popular, evakadai so, but now he's into drugs, he's a drug addict. Ava so, she's on the streets, chi. But because you like went for the wrong things, and they pongo, this is not for me, pangwenda pera. And they are going to come than to try kuchaga ngoma means ekuti like.
That's true, because I think if someone is a student, it's not your money mostly that you use. It's either from a scholarship, it's from your parents, it's from your guidance and stuff like that. I think we should just learn to deal with what we have. Usazame kuva nelefu remwe munhu because hausikuziva kuti ari kuzviwana sei munhu iyeye. Some people vari kurara nenyoka, vamwe vari kuita all these funny, things, and iwewe uri kuadmire that thing. Nekuda kujoina squad yai ye-rich gang, iwewe wakuzoitiswa zvimwe zvinhu zvanga zvisiri, that's not the way that you were raised. Because pane vamwe vanhu vatikatokura navo tichishamiswa kuti ningi akadzikama, ningi is a good kid. Out of the blue, boo. Watoshamswa kuti ndizvo zvari kuita pasocial media, ndizvo zvari kuda saka I think inyaya kungogutsikana. Vana ngatingodzidzai kungogutsikana, kungoziva kuti our parents limit yavo iri apapa, our parents are able kusvika apapa. Saka pane, I was reading recently newspaper kuti there's a certain gentleman from GZ who committed suicide because he had an argument with a girlfriend and stuff. What's your take on that? Nyaima relationship, especially part campus. Is it that deep? What advice can you give to such people? Change relationship. What's your advice?
No, I don't think like the tertiary level, we are now adults. I don't think you should leave it. But the thing, most of us really toxic. Let go of that toxic like relationship. I know it's hard. Yeah, you can just get rid of my feelings just like that. But try and like take your time. Take your time. Yeah, and you can't blame someone.
That's true.
because vanhu tinotsvigwa nezvinhu zvakasiyana, depression, mental illness, our mental health vamwewo pamwe yedu iri strong, for others is not. We get triggered by the littlest of things. So yeah, I think they should seek guidance.
Because I wanted to get to a point where maybe we should do like my workshop with Koro, more of mental health, because it's not everyone who can handle a heartbreak, you see. Sakandoti, maybe the government could do more of these mental health awareness programs and stuff like that. Okay, so what advice can you give to parents out there concerning especially the girl child? My challenges I'm not facing. I mean, what advice can you give to parents? If they could do this, it might help our education as girls.
I think invest more. Like everything. Jisiri mari. Andika. Not money, but like emotional aid kumwana wao. Yeah, maybe anti vanogashara kuti like women, my emotions avo, yeah. Women are gentle, fragile, chi. Mukuzviona zvakadai soanika. But be there for a child. My nyaya iripo ndeyekuti we focus more on the guys anika. Mwana mukomana chichi anokosheswa mumwe. But the girl is also important. Kuti maybe azosika solitude from somewhere. Maybe ndiri kumuregerera. It won't even focus on her. Makakoshesa mukomana. And also one more thing. Yeah. Macheche agara ariko andika. Tinotira kune mamwe macheche anoti mwana musikana anofanira kutoroorwa kana muprofita mukuru wemukereke akatooneswa kuti nini mwana uyu ndio andaratidzwa chichichi chero ane 14 years. A lot of parents vamwe havasi kutombo sumuka kana kuisa mavoices avo panze apa baba. They let it go. Mwana 14 years atoroorwa, atova nemwana. By the time anosvika 17 years pamwe tofana tatwa 5. I think hauna freedom, hauna kana chi. I think parents havakoshese mwana wese because we're all important.
Thank you so much, Miss Christine. I think parents, we heard it from our girl child activist, Miss Tafadzo Christine. Kuti, let's have a relationship with the girl child. You know, ngati in a relationship kuti she can confide in you, be their best friend. Basawane another best friend out there who's going to lead them astray. Even in a ground you can actually talk to your child. Izvakashatira chakadai, izvakanakira chakadai. Kuti mwana musikana akure and have an education, ave ne future iri bright. Vana vasamhanye kuva nedzimba vachiri vana, vasamhanye. You know, even some of these girls are getting raped. Some of these girls are very emotionally stable because of some of these things. There's no drug abuse, etc. As Fearless Beauty, we're holding a campaign called the Fearless Beauty Pet Drive that is dealing with underprivileged adolescent girls in schools and in children's homes. Tiji donate free sanitary wear. Because we believe that no girl should use rags, socks, cow dung, or simply miss school because they're menstruating. If you'd like to be part of this initiative, please get in contact with us on our social media platforms, Fearless Beauty on the Beat, or hit us up on 0771 072 588. And let's just spread love and be kind, and let's make the world a safe and a better place for the girl child. Good night.